I am Professor Vinster, and welcome to Jurplastic World. Okay, so I mixed up some black paint because this iguana is my next adventure, and we're going to try the new airbrush on the iguana. So let's get started, because we got to put some black. It's kind of awkward for me with this big unit here that I've never got to get used to this. Not used to a large compressor underneath my airbrush, but it seems to be doing a nice job. We have to make the black first on certain spots because the scale's deep. It's going to show a shadow of black. Anything that's going to be darker, like say the deepness of the log, something like that, we're going to fill that in with some black. I'll spin this around. I'm not sure how much I'm catching on film right now, but hopefully you're getting the idea of what I'm doing. I think I'm getting low. Mixed up enough paint to get an idea here. I usually go like a 50-50 with the acrylic paint and the window washer, window cleaner, window washer, whatever you like to call it. Okay, here we go again. There we go. Not sure if I'm on camera right now. Should mix up enough paint for when you're doing projects like this, so that you have it in a separate jar that you can actually change it every so often. Put that on more of an angle. I'll go a little darker here on the head. And I'm not sure about this unit here. Let's move that down there. Let's see what we got. Professor Vinster here. You can't see my face, but you can see me. Da 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 da. Alright, I'm gonna take some seams that I put together and make them look a little bit better. So here's what we're gonna do. Now, I don't know if you can see this, probably can. There we go. Now what we do is sand off all the high spots so it goes back to the white color of the, or the gray color that we painted over. So I cleaned the tip. It seems to be a little better. It's a lot better. Sometimes this overhanging paint comes out and splatters. Not saying I won't start it again, but this is a cheaper airbrush. So So the blue's all done, and we'll do a rotation so you guys can see it. There we go. Talk about cool. We're getting there. Alrighty. Okay, we're going to use these paint markers. I'm going to add some detail in the scales here and there. See how this goes. This is a thicker one. Okay, so it's sometimes hard to see on the video camera, on the cameras of brushing. You knew I was doing the pink, doing the airbrushing, and I did the pink in here and around here to make it look kind of like a under, because when they're swimming, the predators come up from underneath or whatever, so they're usually a lighter color. So I did some lighter color underneath, and I think it looks pretty good. So other than a little touch-ups and then finishing the log. Now I've mixed up some gray because I misplaced my gray paint, so I made my own anyway. So I want to put in between here. I want to be very careful to make this look like it's separate on top. So hopefully you can see that. I thinned it out so it flows nice, that it doesn't get where it's not supposed to be. I won't get full into the end. Kind of drag your brush. The thinner it is, the less it'll clog up or goop up and get onto what you've already airbrushed. And you also got to always remember, you can always fix stuff. It's no sense if you make a mistake, you paint something that's not supposed to, you hear the beeps in people's videos because they've done something that they don't want to. You know, it's all normal. It doesn't matter how long you've been painting. It doesn't matter what you do. Brushes make a big difference, and what kind of brushes and how good your brushes are to a point. And you don't have to pay a lot of money for good brushes. I mean, in general, everybody thinks, oh, that brush, it's a lot of money. That was $25, that was $49, that was $50. Doesn't mean it's going to be your favorite brush. Your favorite brush will be the one that maybe you bought somewhere at the dollar store or something like that. Now what I'm doing here is it's all universal color. Here's the other thing. If you plan on taking pictures of your product after to make it look real, then if you do shadowing in your painting, the shadowing that you do with your lighting in your photography might not show up. So if you put a shadow in your eye, if you're not doing glass eyes and you put your own shadow in, you could be kicking yourself in the butt because you're shadowing it where the lighting doesn't really wouldn't. So it's a pile of work to make sure that you get it in the right spot. So sometimes it doesn't pay to do a lot of shadowing in your painting if you're deciding to make it a photography kind of like making it look, yeah, like trick photography. Well, not trick photography, but everybody's into this AI stuff. I'm not into the AI. I've been doing photography for a lot of years. I actually just bought a brand new Nikon. I can't even remember what number it is, but brand new to me. Very new Nikon. Bought it at Henry's. It's used. It only had 33 or 3,000 pictures taken on it, so it's really good, and it also does video. So that to me is really cool. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just hit the camera with my glasses. So I'm going to leave it there. That gives you the idea, because I'm going to go to a finer brush. But this should give you the idea of... Now, let's see here. See the in here. I got to get in there. This brush is a little big, and I just was using it to get, and you want to fill everything in. When you do a 3D print and it shows lines in it, sometimes you want to hit it the first coat before you do airbrushing on it with a brush, because it actually fills in those lines. See, just like that. I don't know if you can see that. I'm off the picture right now. I'm back in here, but it actually, if you got a spot that's a little deep, well, you can fix it. picked up this, it's actually Woodland Scenic Fine Turf. You can see that there. Fine Turf. And then I got myself, of course, Mod Podge. So we're going to use the Mod Podge and put it on the log and then put the fine turf in places to make it look like moss. You should see that. Like I said, just a little generous. And then there we go, put that in. There we go. That should show that. And hopefully we'll push it in. That. And when you blow it away, it stays like that. Makes a mess of your bench. That's how it works. Now, I've got this stuff here that I picked up at my local Michael's. So this is like a moss. So you take this stuff out, like that. This is like that. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's like a moss. So you want to kind of pull it apart. I don't know if you can see that. And I can pull it apart. And then I can sparingly take my... I'm going to put a lot of glue there. I'm going to let that actually sit in there. Then I'm going to take this, plop it right in there. Glue that piece of moss in there. If you can see that, there you go. I'm going to put that piece of moss right there. So it should glue in nicely. And I'll put some right here. You can see that there. Sparingly. This stuff dries clear, so you're all good. So you want to put that there. Push it in good. Don't worry about getting it. Comes through a bit. That's fine. There's a couple spots that I want to put it. I'm going to turn this around to here. Make sure this camera's on. There we go. And I want to put sparingly some here. Put some right there. Don't be afraid with this glue. Mod Podge. Push it in. I'm going to clear coat over top of this too, so this will be clear coated. The only reason I'm breaking it apart is because so it'll sit flatter. So it sticks in. Once it dries, it's there. So then I was thinking maybe I'll put a little bit of this stuff here around it. It won't hurt. Where the glue is. There we go. I also got a grass machine that they use for model railroads. That'd be pretty cool to put that. So now you get the idea of that. So I'll get a shot of it when I fill it, do it all, so you can see, but you get the idea how it goes on. for watching, and please subscribe.